This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution, and I'm sitting here in Crete with the first lady winemaker that I've met whilst I've been in Greece. I'm sitting here with Emanuela Paterianaki. I got it right, from Domaine Paterianaki. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is right. Nice to meet you.
So tell me a little bit about your estate, how you got into winemaking, and why you're one of the only lady winemakers in Greece.
Okay, first of all, the estate was my grandfather's. My grandfather started all this. He was cultivating grapes. He was producing his own wine, but not in tanks, but not in bottles. Just in old barrels, and then just for friends.
For friends and
for
family,
entertainment,
yes, yeah.
yeah. He was from a big agricultural family. Then my father, he's a civil engineer. He started his job. He was building hotels, restaurants, and just one day he had this area. Just one day he decided, I want to abandon everything and be with the nature and making my own wine and make famous my wine and export and make a farm with wine, with animals, everything from organically grown grapes. So that's how we started, and then the children were involved in this business.
Now, how old were you when he decided to go through this this sort of change in his life?
Okay, he changed his life at 53 years old. He was not too young, but we were a little bit afraid because we didn't know, but then we love it because, you know, to live in the nature, it's something which is very good. It's a very good quality of life, and producing products which are, if you have everything from the grape until selling it, it's a very good job. It's a very good opportunity for sharing with people.
So you must have been learning about winemaking as you were growing up, but you actually went to study wine, did you not?
Of course I went. I went in Athens and I studied enology. And then I did an expert in wine tasting at WSET with Konstantinos Lazaraki, who is a master of wine in Greece. He's very famous. And I worked two wineries.
Where did you work?
I worked at Butaris and I worked at Heraklion.
Okay, both in Greece.
Both in Greece. And then I came back to our winery and I tried to read a lot, to study a lot, because I study every day. And I try to travel also a lot, to go to exhibitions, to taste other wines, just not to be like a horse, you know?
I understand. Blinkered.
Yeah.
Now, have you had a chance to travel to many other wine regions outside of Greece?
When I was at school, we had the opportunity to travel to Italy.
Oh, yes.
So we visited about 10 to 12 wineries with the school. Also with Konstantinos Lazaraki, we had traveled to London, but for a wine tasting of big chateaux from all over the world, which was very important. And I have visited France for an exhibition, for agricultural exhibition, and also visited some wineries there.
Now, one thing I have noticed whilst being in Greece is there are lots of winemakers with big hairy moustaches and very few lady winemakers. Why do you think that is?
No, this is not true. But, you know, it's difficult to be a woman enologist because it's a hard work. You know, every person who works in a winery has a problem with his bag, a problem with his hand. It's so hard. That's why not so many people want to work inside. We finish the school and everyone wants to sell the wine. They don't want to work in the winery.
Yes.
That's why it's difficult. Because if it's difficult for a man, how difficult should it be for a woman? You understand? It's not. But if they work a lot in the winery, perhaps they forgot that they're a woman because they have to be like, they shout to be like strict, like, okay, do what I say.
Has it been difficult for you as a woman in the wine industry? Has it been a help or a hindrance to being a woman in the wine industry?
At the beginning was very difficult, I think. But of course there are difficulties, especially in Crete, because Crete has men have a big mustache and they're very like strict. But I try to find the correct way to say something, because I think it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, it's the way that you say something.
Yes.
So I try to find this proper way, so I work on it, and I think I'm going to manage it.
Well, I've just had the pleasure of tasting through a number of your wines. Would you mind explaining to our viewers the kind of wines that you make and the varietals that you use?
Of course. My pleasure. We were the first that we started organic farming in Crete.
And you were the first people to do that?
We're the first people who produce wines from organically grown grapes in Crete.
Okay.
So we produce 3 families of wines. The first one is our Domaine, which is only from Cretan varieties. The other one family is the family of Melisinos, with the writing for blind guys, the Braille.
Yes.
Yeah, which is a blend of a French variety and a Cretan variety. And the last family, which has now been added to the production, is the Melisokipos family, and it's only from Cretan varieties. So we have these 3 families, and now we've made a sweet wine, which be in a few months launched in the market.
So how many wines do you make?
How much bottles?
How many different labels do you make?
It's 6 different labels.
6 different labels.
1 Domaine, 3 Melisinos, white, rosé and red,
Okay.
and 2 Melisokipos, white and red.
Okay. And what is the size of your production?
It's about 100,000 bottles.
And this is all estate fruit.
We don't buy any grapes.
Okay.
It's only for our estate,
Okay.
for our vineyards.
Excellent. Well, I hope we managed to see a few more of your wines in the global market. Very much enjoyed tasting them today, and thank you very much for spending time today with Good Food Revolution.
I also would like to invite you, because in the winery we have built some suites near the winery
Oh,
for
yes.
wine tourism, and I'm going to be connected with wine clubs and people who love the wine like you are. So I would like to bring people near to the winery to see how we produce it and stay and enjoy Cretan phylloxera.
Fantastic.
Sorry for my English.
Oh no,
they're not the best.
it's a hell of a lot better than me speaking any other language, actually, apart from English. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too.
We look forward to catching up with you in the future.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.